All right, welcome back. Today we're going to be reviewing an album from the 80s. It's a freestyle album, and it's from 1987. It's going to be Spanish Fly, and it's Lisa Lisa and Cold Jam. And so between 1985 and 1991, Lisa Lisa and Cold Jam released 4 albums, and before they broke up in 1991. And so of course Lisa Lisa is her real name is Lisa Velez, and then the Cold Jam is on the guitars is Alex Moseley, or known as Spanador, and then there's Mike Hughes, who's on keyboards and drums. And so how this came to be, I'll just briefly tell you. Lisa Velez, she sang in church and wanted to become a famous singer. Now, she knew that Madonna got noticed and started her career at Funhouse nightclub, underage nightclub where they didn't serve any alcohol, nightclb from Manhattan. And so she decided that she would dress up and go and just hang out at the nightclub, hopefully dance and get noticed. And so Mike Hughes of the Cold Jam noticed her and offered her to go up against Full Force at a audition for Full Force, and they all loved her voice. She's got a very angelic voice, beautiful, like innocent voice, yet knowing that it's a woman's voice, angelic woman's voice. So the album Spanish Fly is their second album that was released in 1987. Their first debut was in 1985, which was plainly called Lisa Lisa and Cold Jam with Full Force. Full Force is a group of guys that wrote the songs and wrote the music, and essentially Lisa Lisa and Cold Jam, Alex Moseley, which they call him Spanador, and Mike Hughes, along with Lisa Lisa, they're the front of the group. And of course there's Full Force. Full Force is a hip-hop group from Brooklyn, and they've been very what's the word I'm trying to say? Very successful with writing songs for other groups and writing songs for their own albums too. But let's see. So for the album Spanish Fly, there were 5 singles that came out. There was the first single was Head to Toe. Then the second single was Lost in Emotion. Both of those songs reached gold status in sales as singles. And then the third single off the album was Someone to Love Me for Me, which is a ballad which was co-written by Lisa Lisa in Full Force. which is actually okay. I usually don't like the ballads, but this ballad is actually worth listening to, and kind of it's not that bad actually. So the fourth single off the album, Spanish Fly, was Everything Will Be Fine, a really good hip hop dance beat, very optimistic beat. And then the last single off the album was I Promise You, which is kind of a funky beat. So let's see. And so the first three singles were released in 1987, and the last two singles that I mentioned were released in 1988. And so the hip hop group Full Force, like I said, is from Brooklyn, and it consists of Brian George, also known as Be Fine. He plays the drums and does the programming of the drums and backing vocals. Then there's Shy Shy, also known as Hugh Jr. Clark. Well, Hugh Jr. Clark is his real name, and he's known by Shy Shy. He's the bass guitarist, and he also does backing vocals. There's Paul Anthony, or his real name is Paul Anthony George. He does vocals. Then Bow-Legged Lou, whose real name is Lucien George Jr. He works on vocals too. Then there's Kurt TT, or Kurt Bedow, which is his real name. He's a guitarist, and he works on backing vocals. And then there's Baby G. His real name is Jerry Charles, and he plays the keyboards, synthesizers, and also does backing vocals. So this Full Force hip hop group has written music for many artists. To name a few, like there's Patti LaBelle, James Brown, Selena, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Britney Spears, Samantha Fox, Lil Kim, among many others. So yeah, they've had many string of hits, writing for other groups, like I mentioned. Let's see. So let's move on to the actual songs on the album, and I'll let you know what I think about them. So first of all, the first song off the album is Everything Will Be Fine. First of all, the play on the title saying Everything Will Be Fine grabs your attention right away at the very beginning of the song. What will be fine? Is there something wrong? So it grabs your attention. It's kind of a wordplay. Grabs your attention right away, and in that, it doesn't say, everything will be fine, and what is not everything fine? The repeating guitar riff on Everything Will Be Fine is just fantastic. There's a great the beats. It's got a great bass sounding, and there's a whipping sound, like Indiana Jones, whoopsh, in the song. That is really amazing and sounds really cool. The singing from Lisa and the backup singers is really nice. Her voice, along with the backing vocals, they they rise above the beats and let you know that they're there, because sometimes the break beats can be overpowering. But in this case, in this song, the vocals from Lisa are just top notch. They're just so, they're soaring above the beats, letting you know that she's there, along with her backing up singers from Full Force. So let's move on to song number 2, Head to Toe. Once again, this single reached gold status in sales. So at the very beginning, lyrics capture your attention again with walking home from school. There was a crazy kiss. So you're automatically, oh, crazy kiss. Oh, I gotta know more about this, right? The drumming and breakbeats are relaxed and on point. Then some of the hi-hats that hit when the song moves into the chorus, the beat is overall, like I said, really relaxed. But then when it gets closer to the chorus of the song, you can hear these faster hi-hat beats going along. There's a beautiful guitar riff from Spanador on Head to Toe. I like how Lisa it repeats. She repeats in her singing, gotta. And it's I mean, you just have to listen to the song and you'll actually enjoy it. So let's move on to song number 3, which is Facing the Crowd. At the very beginning, once again, they do a lot of wordplay and to grab your attention right away. And Lisa sings, I feel the hurt, I feel the hurt. What kind of hurt? Why are you hurt? You know, like, is it emotional hurt or physical hurt, or what is it? So Facing the Crowd is it's a song, it's a more mellow, almost ballad, but not quite. It's a love scorned, by, you know, Lisa scorned by love, and for not being remembered by her love interest, and she's just a face in the crowd, and she doesn't want to be, you know. She doesn't want to be a face in the crowd. She wants to be number one, you know. And she on her terms, she's a one in a million. Why would you not remember me? There's a really nice full sounding bass beat on Facing the Crowd. So other than that, yeah, it's the first song where I think it's still okay, but it's not what Everything Will Be Fine and Head to Toe is, because those two songs just hit it out of the park. Those two songs are just amazing, but Facing the Crowd is okay. I don't mind it, and as a matter of fact, with the more times I hear it, I like it more. But I mean, I've heard this album now over, I would say over like 5 times, and each time I hear it, the songs that I did not initially like are kind of growing on me. So this is a really strong album for Lisa Lisa and Cold Jam. So let's move on to the next song, which is a ballad, Someone to Love Me for Me. It's a duet with Full Force in Lisa Lisa. It's co-written by Lisa Lisa in Full Force. Other than that, it's a ballad. I personally don't like the ballads on these albums. Usually I appreciate the more fast songs and the kind of the ones that you can dance to. So this ballad, it's a good ballad, and the first time I heard it, I said, well, for it being a ballad, I actually kind of like it. You know, it's not a ballad that you would just skip, right? For instance, on Lil Susie, the first song off of her debut album is a ballad, and it's I just skip it because I don't like it. Anyways, let's move on. There's an interlude which is called Talking Nonsense. It's essentially like if you're at a party and you hear everybody talking to each other, mingling and getting to know each other, and essentially it's just like an interlude between the real songs. It's not actually a song. It's an interlude. So after that, it goes straight to I Promise You, which is the next song off the album. It's a funk-driven track with great percussion. I like the lyric where it says the heart is weaker than the mind, which gives Lisa Lisa hope for knowing that but that her love interest will come around, because I know because of that the heart is weaker than the mind. You know, you might think in your mind that you want to hit the road and not turn back, but your heart tells you different, tells you to stay. And that's what Lisa Lisa wants. So the locomotion lyrics sounds a little cliche on the song. That's my personal opinion, but you know, it's all right. I mean, locomotion, it's a lyric that's been done many times, and you know it. But anyways, but I really like the lyric, the sentence that Lisa Lisa sings. The heart is weaker than the mind, because in many ways it is. So let's see. Let's move on to the next song. So that was I Promise You. Actually, a few more things about I Promise You, which is, let's see. So I like the guitar riff that leads as Lisa Lisa sings I Promise You, and the breakbeats that come right after. So as Lisa Lisa sings I promise you, and so I like that instrumentation that's behind her lyrical, you know, her singing there. And then right after that, there's a really just the percussions are really good in I Promise You. So let's move on to the next song. A fool is born every day. And isn't that the truth? Okay. So I think this is my personal opinion. I think that the best guitar playing off the album is on this song, A Fool is Born Every Day. apart from maybe Playing with Fire. Playing with Fire, Spanador has some amazing riffs in Playing with Fire. But let's see. The guitar riff at the very beginning is full of energy and virtuosity. As soon as the song starts, "A Fool is Born Every Day," you'll hear it. You'll hear it, and you'll immediately say, "Wow, that's an amazing guitar riff." I like how Lisa sings. "Listen to Lisa." Is a nice touch on the lyrics. It's like a lyrical lick. It's not a guitar lick, but a lyrical lick. If I could say that was my wordplay. Okay, let's see. Starting at 3 minutes and 27 seconds, you can hear the beginning. It has like house beats, right? It's freestyle music, but there's always like a overlay of styles. There's freestyle, which is incorporated with the hip hop and then the house beats. And at the start of 3 minutes and 27 seconds, you can actually hear really early like acid house beats, like acid house. You should hear it. It's really good. There's a guitar lick at 2 minutes and 11 seconds into the song with 3 chords, which hits right on time, like just at the right moment. That guitar lick by Spanador is right at the right moment, and I noticed it, and it's really good, and it's only 3 chords. It's a good guitar lick. So the beats and the guitar playing blend very well together on "A Fool is Born Every Day." Also, it's a nice singing duet with Full Force. So let's see. Let's move on to the next song, which is "Lost in Emotion," which is also another. It's the single that was put out for "Lost in Emotion" reached gold status. It's the 2 songs off the album that reached gold status: "Lost in Emotion" and "Head to Toe." So I like how Lisa sings. Not she doesn't even sing it. She just says, "Hit the beat now," and then the major beat playing starts. The lyrics in this song are from Lisa are very confident and yet lost in emotion. So, and I like how Lisa sings "Casera, Casera." That's just amazing. That's another lyrical lick, as you might say. And it's the "Lost in Emotion" is kind of goes back to, it kind of sounds like a doo-wop song from the 60s, or, well, let's see, doo-wop was in the 50s going into the 60s. It hits on all cylinders, this song, "Lost in Emotion." It's really good. It also has saxophone. The Full Force, there's a saxophone player that plays a little ditty of saxophone playing. Let's see. At exactly 3 minutes and 29 seconds, there's a great back and forth singing with Lisa in Full Force. hitting the singing right in between the beats. So it kind of like not like a wordplay with the beats, you know. It just hits the spot. I really like that part. Uh, Once again, that's at 3 minutes and 29 seconds into the song. So let's move on to the last song off the album, and that's Playing with Fire. Now, Playing with Fire, don't get me wrong, but this truly sounds like a breakbeat from Prince, you know. And Spanador plays some great licks, if not riffs, on this album. On this album and on this song, Playing with Fire. I mean, I immediately loved this song the first time I heard it, Playing with Fire. And it's the fun play between Lisa and Spanador. And Lisa within the song says, play more, Spanador. And so Spanador keeps playing, and you know, the lick that he played might actually grow into a guitar riff, you know. And I believe, yeah. It at the end of the song, those are guitar riffs from Spanador, not just guitar licks. They might have started as guitar licks, but they develop into a guitar riff. So, Playing with Fire is the last song off the album, and it really they put a really strong song to end off the album, and I really like it. So as far as that, those are all the songs off the album, and I think that this album was really well produced, well sung, well, you know. Spanador and Mike Hughes, they all did a really good job with this album. The first President George H. Bush, the guy that was part of CIA, head of the CIA, he gave a award to Lisa, and for being the most popular, like, Spanish like Spanish pop band, let's say. And she really did make freestyle music, which was popular in New York City, span over the entire country of United States. Of course, there's Shannon with her album that came out in 1983, but for the Latin community and the Spanish community, this group did so much for lifting up this community and making them feel like, yes, we made it to the big time, you know, the billboards. We made some really good music, and the entire United States really enjoys it. And so my personal thoughts off the album, you just heard that. I considering the popularity, the amazing production off the album, all the songs were written, and the lyrics, including the instrumentations, was done amazingly good. I would give out of 10 out, from 0 to 10, ranking the album, I would really give the album like a 9.5 out of 10. And I feel like it could possibly even go higher. You know, the more I listen to it, and the more I enjoy it. I highly recommend this album. It's their second album from 1987, Spanish Fly, and it kind of gives you a kind of a like a it's kind of like a history lesson, because freestyle music became popular. You know, obviously there was disco in the 70s, and then once the 80s came in, there was freestyle music and Italo disco. And freestyle music, for the most part, was very popular in the United States, especially in New York City and down in Miami, Florida, amongst Latin communities, amongst Italian immigrants. Freestyle is popular to this day in United States and in Europe. For instance, in Germany, there's a lot of people that listen to freestyle, along, many other European countries listen to freestyle music. So it is like the genesis of what would become eventually house music. And if you like dance culture, if you like dance music in general, don't overlook this album, because it's really good, and I promise you will enjoy it. It's filled with soul, it's filled with heart, it's filled with a purpose, and you can really hear it in their singing and with the playing. I mean, it's a very impressive album, to say the least. You know, I really like this album a lot. You should try it. If you like this review, give me a thumbs up, and also please comment if you know this album, or what are your favorite songs off the album. What's your favorite Lisa and Colt Jam album? And if you want me to review more freestyle albums, I have a few more ready to go. But if there is one that you want me to review, just let me know in the comments. And please subscribe. Help me build this channel so that we can all enjoy this music, and also enjoy the conversations within the comments below. So that's it for me. I'm gonna review another like a house or trance album next time, and then I'm gonna switch and review another freestyle album. So let me know if you like these reviews. Let me know if I'm too long-winded. So anyways, I appreciate you listening, and let me know how you like it. How do you like these reviews? And if there's any EDM album that you would want me to review, just let me know in the comments. I read them and respond to them promptly. So until next time, keep dancing.